Hi, my name is Jenny. Welcome to my channel, JK Star 8 Reader. Today I am doing a Saturday Reads. That's why it's another Saturday Reads video. And I can't wait to start talking to you about the books that I've been working on during the past week. So here goes. The first book I have to show you, it is The Vanishing Half by Bennett. So I managed to get to the end of this book, and I found it to be really eye-opening to the life that members of one American family had to go through during the 1940s, 50s, up until the late 80s, is how the time span of this book. And the book follows sisters Desiree and Stella. They're twin sisters, and they decide to move away from their small town in Louisiana to live in the big city, and their life takes them in different directions. While Desiree moves to DC to work in a government job and meet an accomplished black man to be her husband. Stella, she decides to find a different way to achieve the American dream. She decides to pass as a white woman for a job opportunity, and that leads her to her marriage to a white man. And so it's their decisions of the two sisters for themselves, and how their decisions impact their family members as well as the subsequent generations of the family. And so I found this to be a fairly interesting read, and a glimpse into one family that is representative of many families in the US. And so I do want to read more works by this author, and I have one book in mind. So yeah, The Vanishing Half by Bennett. The next book I have to show you, it is Bitter Medicine by Tsai. So I am slowly making my way through this book, and I feel a sense of calm and a soothing emotion when reading this book. I find I can take my time while reading this. It's a perfect summer slow read for me. It is a cozy fantasy where Elle is a descendant of the Chinese god of medicine, while the man she pursues is Luke, who is a half-elf, and somehow they end up on opposite ends of a feud between their families. And so this is an interesting story, and I look forward to reading the rest of this book. I have the last third of it to go. So yeah, Bitter Medicine by Tsai. The next book I have to show you, it is French Exit by Patrick deWitt. So this is a book that I'm meaning to get around for a while, and with news of a new book released back in February, I've decided this is a perfect opportunity to finally have this book read and go on to the new book, which is called The Librarianess, I believe. And so yeah, French Exit is about an older woman who decides to take her adult son and a cat on a vacation to France. And so I guess this is another I guess a bit of not too serious summer read, and I hope to be find the time to read this book over the next week or so. French Exit by Patrick deWitt. One book that I have started, and it is my library book of the week, and this book is The Electric Hotel by Dominic Smith. I believe I was reading the other book by this author, The Last Painting of Sarah DeVos, for a book club meeting, but I didn't end up finishing that book. So so I decided to go on to read this library book before it is due back at the library. So The Electric Hotel, I read the first chapter already, and some of the lines and dialogue, they sound like what old Hollywood films would sound like. And this is set in a hotel, which is a place where Hollywood stars of the past fade away as they try to capture their days of fame and glory, I guess. And so I don't know too much more about this book, but I do want to make an effort to read it over the time that I have it from the library. So yeah, The Electric Hotel by Dominic Smith. Next, I have another book that I have started, and I am still it's still fairly early into the book that I am at. So this book is The Way of Shadows by Brent Weeks. I hadn't realized that this author has released a new book in a new series, and so seeing that book in the bookstore recently, it's made me more excited to get a move on reading the books in this trilogy, which was published before the new book in the new series. So yeah, The Way of Shadows is the first book in the trilogy, and it follows an assassin who is taken up by a new mentor who decides to change his life. So yeah, The Way of Shadows by Brent Weeks. And one more book that I have to show you, and it is an ebook that I started. And so this one is in this ebook sleeve that I have. It is The Mothers, a debut book by Bennett, whose book that I've already showed at the start of this video. And so I checked my e-reader, and it just so happens that I already have purchased the author's debut book, The Mothers, which is about ladies who attend church. That's as much as I know about the book, and so I'll have to continue to see where the story goes. The Mothers by Bennett. Okay, that's it for me for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!